You have cancer. You instantly go into research mode. What can you do to save your life? Of course, you want to do everything in your power, but here's the problem. There is a lot you can do. So you end up incorporating so many holistic strategies. You're almost like drowning in it, but it'll be worth it in the end, right? Maybe not. Dr. Amy here, and in this video, I'm sharing with you holistic cancer strategies that are actually toxic. They're not just unhelpful, they're actually toxic. They leave you depleted, anxious, and worse off than before. It makes me so sad to see cancer survivors make these mistakes, and you do not want to do the same. I'm going to show you the holistic strategies that you need to avoid and what you should do instead. Let's get into it. Starting with strategy number 1, the raw vegan diet. This one is everywhere in the cancer world. The message: cooked food is poison. Animal protein feeds cancer. If you really want to heal, eat raw. Only raw. But here's the truth. A raw vegan diet is not nutritionally adequate for cancer survivors. You will not be able to meet your body's nutritional needs to fight and heal from cancer. Why? Because your body just went through a war. You need the proper weapons to fight back. Without the proper nutrition, you're going into war empty-handed. You need to rebuild. You need protein, B vitamins, iron, zinc, and you need healthy fats. And many of those essential nutrients are very difficult to get in a raw vegan diet. Vitamin B12, not found in plant foods. Iron, found in plants, yes, but not in a form that we can readily absorb. Protein, well, you can get it from plants, but not in the quantities that you need to recover and heal without eating such copious amounts of food. Practically speaking, it's just very difficult to maintain. So many cancer survivors who use the raw vegan diet, they end up dropping a bunch of weight. They have to eliminate so many foods from their diet, so they end up losing weight. The calorie restriction results in weight loss. We know that cancer survivors who maintain their weight during treatment, well, they actually have better treatment outcomes. So losing weight is not what you want. But also, there's problems with digestion. Most cancer survivors have disrupted digestion from cancer treatment. Chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, it all impairs the gut function. Constipation, diarrhea, bloating, cramping, and raw vegetables are hard to digest. They can cause bloating and discomfort, and even nutrient malabsorption in some people. So instead of trying to live off kale and cold carrots, what should you do? Eat plant forward, not plant exclusive. This means a lot of fruits and vegetables, but also cooked foods, legumes, and yes, even animal protein. You don't have to choose between raw vegan diet and a fast food diet. It's not good versus evil. There's a nourishing and sustainable middle ground. Eat a plant-forward diet, but don't be extreme. Okay, but on to toxic holistic cancer strategy number 2, trying to avoid absolutely all plastics. Let's be clear. Plastics do contain hormone-disrupting chemicals. But here's where it goes toxic. When the message becomes you have to eliminate all plastics from your environment completely, or you're not serious about your health, this creates paranoia. It creates shame. It creates this all or nothing pressure that feels impossible to achieve. And the truth, it's nearly impossible to eliminate all plastic entirely. We live in a plastic world. Medical supplies, prescription bottles, food packaging, clothing, it's everywhere. We even have microplastics in our drinking water. Then if you opt to get bottled water, it's delivered in a plastic jug. So what can you do instead? Focus on progress, not perfection. Here are some simple swaps to make a meaningful difference. Store food in glass or stainless steel containers, especially if the food is acidic or if it's hot food, because these two things will actually create increased leaching of plastic into your foods. Toss out plastic cooking utensils and swap for wood cooking utensils. It might feel like you can't give up those plastic cooking utensils, but cooking with wood utensils is actually pretty efficient. Never microwave plastic containers. Use a glass or a stainless steel water bottle. Try to avoid keeping your water in a plastic water bottle. These are all sustainable shifts. They reduce your exposure to plastic without consuming your life. Completely eliminating plastic is almost impossible. It doesn't mean it's not worth the effort to make changes. You just can't be completely consumed by it. Give yourself grace. You cannot eliminate all toxins, but you can reduce your toxin load. Okay, on to toxic holistic cancer strategy number 3, prolonged fasting. Intermittent fasting is so trendy right now. And yes, there are potential benefits when you use fasting correctly. But where I see this go wrong is when we use extreme, prolonged fasting periods. This is often pushed as a way to cure cancer. There are influencers who say, if you fast long enough, you'll starve your cancer cells. Fasting allows your body to stop focusing on digestion and focus on healing from cancer. Fasting is actually better than chemo. You should be doing a 3, a 5, even a 40-day water fast. And that is dangerous. Here's what we actually know. There is no clinical evidence that a prolonged fasting period actually cures cancer or does anything beneficial. But here's what it can do. It can weaken your immune system. It can increase the loss of muscle mass, which you're already at risk of during any kind of cancer treatment. It disrupts hormones, especially in women. As a cancer survivor, you need to nourish your body, not deprive it. If you want to try fasting, use a short period that's proven to be effective to prevent cancer recurrence. A 13-hour fast overnight, something like 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. That length of fasting overnight every night has been proven to lower the risk of breast cancer recurrence. This is one of the only pieces of positive literature that shows a specific type of fasting can be beneficial. But here's the thing. It is much more important to prioritize what you're eating than when you're eating. If the food you're eating does not align or is not optimized for your body and your cancer type, then you're gonna miss out. Fasting really doesn't matter until we can get what you're actually eating corrected. Okay, but moving on to strategy number 4, over-supplementation. This is a big one. After cancer, a lot of cancer survivors go all in on supplementation. Dozens of bottles sitting on the counter, special powders and pills with names that you can't even pronounce, and a deep belief that this specific supplement will be the thing that saves them. I get it. It feels like something you can control, something you can do quickly to make an impact. But here's the problem. Having a blind faith in supplements makes you ignore the foundation of healing. Supplements are not a substitute for optimal nutrition, for targeted exercise, or for mindset support. They're meant to supplement your plan, not be your plan. And taking too many supplements can backfire. Nutrient imbalances, digestive issues, interactions with medications. Yes, that's right. Turmeric can actually interfere with tamoxifen, a long-term treatment for breast cancer. This actually makes tamoxifen ineffective. So what should you do instead? Start with your food. Dial in your meals first. And let me be specific. It's not enough to just say, eat healthy. You need proof. You need to know the exact calories, protein, fiber, and more and more and more that you're eating every single day. If you don't know that, then you actually don't know if what you're eating is even healthy. It's like saying you want to buy a house, but you don't know how much money's in your bank. Is it $1 or is it $1 million? It's gonna make a difference how quickly you can buy that house. You need to know that. So start with a food audit and try to understand exactly what is in your diet. From there, you can be strategic. Maybe you need creatine to rebuild your lean muscle mass and your strength. Maybe you need magnesium for sleep, but you do not need 40+ bottles of false hope. I know it's tempting to search for that magic fix, to follow the cleanest and the purest, most extreme path of healing. But cancer recovery is not a competition. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being extreme. It's about being strategic and sustainable. This has to be something you can envision yourself doing for the rest of your life. That is how you stay cancer-free. Okay, so now that you know this, the next thing that you need to know are the 9 steps that I personally used to go from stage 3 cancer to cancer-free. Click the link here and I'm gonna see you in the next video.